So hello YouTube, this is WF7i Homebrew, and I'm attempting to video a little frequency counter kit from QRP Guys. This is a very inexpensive kit. I believe it was around $20, and I put it together about a week ago, but we had Thanksgiving and I wasn't able to really test it or do much with it. It was having some strange issues right after I built it, and I could not figure out for the life of me what was wrong with the thing. And then I basically just started playing around with it. This has a little pot on the back. It's kind of hard to show everything on camera, so if I show you the board, then you can't see the digits very well. I guess you can see it at an angle. Anyway, it's a little green pot here on the back, and I found if I adjusted it, the digits stopped going insane, and as you can see it's reading 2 right now, and that's 2 megahertz. So I've got it hooked up to my frequency counter, and I'll see if I can pan this crazy contraption up here. You can see, maybe, I got so much junk in the way. So my frequency generator is set to 2 megahertz up there, and lo and behold, the little circuit here measures 2 megahertz. So if I go up here, and if I can see what I'm doing, let's say I put in 3.5 megahertz. Oops, it doesn't go that high. Okay, 2.5 megahertz. Pan down here, 2.5 megahertz. So that's pretty straightforward, and it seems to be pretty accurate. I mean, it's spot on. If I dial this thing up a little bit, I got 2.5001. It reads 2.5001. So that thing is amazing to me. You know, $20, you get this, frequency counter that's accurate down to 100 hertz. That's nuts in my mind. Someone who was dabbling with the DX100 in the 1980s with analog, and having any sort of digital display was amazing, and radios would cost many hundreds of dollars to get that, if not in the thousands. And here we have a little $20 circuit frequency counter and give you the digital display just like that. I don't know, to me it seems pretty amazing. Anyhow, this is kind of some of the materials that came with it if you're interested. I had to download this from the internet, but this is the manual that came with it. Kind of gives you a little picture, gives you the part list, a little checklist there so you can check off all the parts as you install them. Very nicely done instruction manual. Hats off to QRP Guys. They did a really good job. It's a fun little kit. The one thing I'll say about it is be careful how you try to mount things. So, you want to have this display kind of flush with, if I can show you, flush with the box, obviously. So you don't want these parts kind of pushing up above where this display is. So there's a lot of mechanical things you got to sort of sort out with this. If you're good with mechanical things, you got standoffs, you got parts and screws and things in your shack. Probably won't be that hard to find up a combination where you can get a spacer the right size, so that you can screw this board into the front panel and still allow this to be kind of flush with the front. And they give you a little orange screen here, and they give you a few standoffs as well. But I found if I mount this board flush with the circuit board, if I mount the display flush with the circuit board, actually some of these capacitors are going to be kind of at or slightly above the level of this display. So what I did is soldered the display out a little bit. So I'm going to have to kind of come up with standoffs that are a little bigger than the ones they gave me. Anyway, these are just some, relatively minor points, I guess. I'm thinking I might, given how well it seems like this is working, thinking I might order another one. Turn it off. Now you can really see the display. And that is accurate. It's 2.5001 still. Let's see if I move it up to 002. 003. Yep, there we go. It's tracking pretty well. So that's about it. I wanted to get this built. The next thing on the pike probably is going to be making some holes and mounting some parts in my cabinet. So I think I picked out a cabinet. So it's a little bit big for the circuit, but I wanted to have plenty of room to work with. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit. If you can sort of see that. So I want to mount this display is going to go right in the middle of this cabinet here. So you can sort of envision that. Then I'll probably have, a gain control over here or something, and maybe a fine tuner and a coarse tuner here, maybe 2 or 3 knobs. And that's really about it. A power switch. In the back, I'm going to have the, coax connectors and stuff like that. So that's kind of the plan. And then I got to work on putting the actual circuit in there. And I'm sure that'll involve some cursing and many days of frustration, but that's the nature of building. So that's about it. I'll keep you guys updated. It's kind of fun, I think, to just sort of chart the progress of my meanderings with electronics and radio. So 7 threes, everyone.